off you go. And oh yeah, no, the US can totally get whatever they want, despite the fact that the case has fallen all the way apart.
I mean, I don't want to okay, I'm going to try to manifest positive things into this, but also it being realistic, hope for the best, expect the worst. Being realistic, I think there's so many ways, like Steve said, the punishment is the process. There's so many ways where they can punish Julian and make him suffer without directly extraditing him to the US, that I think they just might bring this into another lull. I wouldn't be surprised, unfortunately. Although, fingers crossed, good things are happening.
Ugh. I feel sick, honestly.
Me too.
I feel sick. Like, I think that we all like want to. I mean, like Steve says all the time, if we didn't have like a little tiny bit of hope in our cold, dead hearts, we wouldn't do what we do. But I think we're all kind of smart enough to understand that this is just another step in this brutal process.
Yeah, but
Absolutely right. I'm gonna go ahead now and pull up the Ruptly feed of outside the courtroom. I'm not gonna bring up volume for this. I don't really.
You can turn it down.
It's probably loud.
yeah, it better be.
Yeah. The fans are out
and,
there.
And by the way,
Look at him.
Hamza, if you're listening, what you told me was inaccurate. Hamza had told me that the British court was trying to pull some shit and ban people from assembling outside because of COVID. So maybe that happened and they said, we don't care.
I hear sound on that, Steve.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
I know. I have it down.
If you guys want to follow along the updates yourself, Deepa's in court as a legal observer. Consortium News, I believe, just got granted access and is in the courtroom. Kevin Gostola, as always, is following along. Juan Passarelli is following along, and that's all.
Medhurst
probably
was accredited. Yeah, he posted that today. So, actually, somebody just tweeted out balls. Where is it? Stefania tweeted out a whole list of people who are covering it. Muhammad Almazi.
Just popping.
Yeah.
Howdy, everybody.
Hi. Good morning.
Right? I feel like a cup of sunshine.
Yeah.
Oh
How are you doing, Stephen Boyd?
I'm fucking nervous.
I am too. I feel like I'm gonna puke. Seriously.
Yeah. No, I was messaging lovers yesterday. I was like, the only part that sucks about suspense in Julian's trial is you find out how much worse it gets.
Yeah. That's what I'm. Yeah. I'm bracing.
Yeah,
I'm bracing for impact.
ABB ended about 3 or so hours ago, so I'm like, yeah, I can get like a couple of hours.
I tried.
Just a nice little nap. Nope, couldn't. I laid down, closed my eyes, and my mind was just like ding 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 ding, and I'm like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
And when I did fall asleep, I had weird fucked up dreams. Like I would like doze off for a little bit, have like a fucked up dream, wake myself up. Oh, I hate it. I hate this.
I got a puppy.
Well, there's some happy news.
Right.
My puppy got a new nickname.
What?
My puppy got a new nickname.
Listen to our friends in the streets. Badasses.
Right. I love all the yellow ribbons against the fence. Like, that's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I know.
It takes time, too.
Yeah, it does.
Because
It
I've
does.
done the yellow ribbons thing, and like, oh my god,
We did it in
takes
DC at
time.
the embassy, and it took forever. And then the cops are like, "You guys have to take those down when you're done." We're like,
No.
You
Fuck
have
you.
to suck my whole dick on this. No, we got shit to do, buddy.
"Yeah,
You don't
fuck you,
understand.
dude."
And especially writing on them too, like
Oh,
that's a
yeah.
whole process.
That's
in
a
and
whole
of
other
itself.
level. Especially because the Sharpie, I know from experience, the Sharpie bleeds, so you have to be very careful about how you write your letters. Otherwise, it all just kind of blobs.
Oh, I'm totally smart.
Andrew, did you start Rockfin for A for A?
No, but I will right now.
Okay. I have people asking me on Twitter.
I
I
think that
haven't
was
had
the
a chance to fully read the article yet, but did you guys see the piece that I think the Declassified put out, maybe the Gray Zone,
Yes.
Yeah.
about the judge meeting with some fucking private intelligence company
Yes.
called West Circle?
I mean, is anybody surprised? Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, I actually have it queued up, an article. Not that we want to go through it right now, but I can drop the link in
I
the
don't
chat.
know. I don't think we have time.
Yeah, we don't
to-
have time. It's about we're
But-
about to get.
But essentially, one of the judges in Julian's case that met with that person is also best friends with the dude that ran Operation Pelican that actually saw Julian removed from the embassy.
Yeah, basically, Lord Chief Justice Ian Burnett was best friends with Sir Alan Duncan, who called Julian Assange a miserable little worm and
Yeah.
orchestrated his removal, his illegal removal from the Ecuadorian embassy. They went to Oxford together, or some pretentious college like that, and they had like nicknames for each other, where like he was called Professor and he was called Judge. or some shit like that.
He called Ian Burnett the judge, and Burnett called him the prime minister.
Kevin says
Shit.
that court's in session. Decision on appeal and Assange extradition case to be announced.
Fuck.
Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna puke, you guys.
Yeah. No, I was waking up like every hour and a half.
Yeah,
At
I
least
got
you got
shit
in
for
an
sleep.
hour and a half.
I got shit for
Love
sleep.
to pasta. I actually got to talk with him for a good like 40 minutes before I passed out. So they're back in the country and doing well. So that's good at least. They were gonna jump on, but it's like 2
I was
a.m.
wondering if they were going to or not because I know they were.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. here too. Come on.
Yeah, no, I'm not excusing them.
I know.
Oh,
Except for
God.
that excuse that I just provided for them. But outside of that,
Dude.
totally not. Totally not.
Oh my god, fuck. I feel sick, bro.
I know, dude. Oh, my heart's racing. This is stupid. This sucks. This is stupid. We shouldn't even be here, bitches.
We shouldn't.
We shouldn't even fucking be here.
Happy Human Rights Day.
Right?
Fuck you.
And
Fuck you.
the democracy summit's going on. The democracy summit.
A year ago today, I was in Denver with Kendra for the Denver Group's human rights event.
Real quick from Deep, judge now reading a summary of verdict. Lord Burnett not present.
Not present.
Interesting.
Maybe he woke up in the wrong apartment.
Maybe.
Consortium News says, all rise. We only see Lord Holyroy, who will read the ruling. USA requested the extradition of Mr. Assange, who resisted on an S-91 issue. The judge ruled in favor of the USA on all grounds but medical. Okay. They're recapping the history since the district judge ruled against extradition, said Kevin. Oh my God, I feel like I'm going to puke.
I don't know. I'm like,
This is the worst, you guys. This is worse than January, I think.
Yeah.
You know?
January was just like
Yeah,
such a
'cause there's
release
no
of emotion.
Yeah.
Like, at least with January, there was like tears that could flow. Now I'm just like nauseous and anxious.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Come on.
Oh, please.
Come on. I just keep refreshing.
Right.
Yeah.
Whose feed are you referring
Oh my
to?
God.
Yeah,
There's
I have multiple
the
feeds
same
open. I have MedHerd, Pistola,
Hold
Consortium
on.
News, DEPA. I
I
have
gotta
multiple
share
feeds
this with
open.
you because this just helped make my not as sad. Hold on. We're not alone.
Come
So,
on.
fucking Sheldon Cooper breathing heavy into a bag.
Ugh. James Dolman knew the U.S. government has won its appeal over the decision of the U.K. courts not to extradite Julian Assange on charges of espionage. More to follow. Fuck.
Deepa driver, appeal has been allowed. That's all she said. Oh my fucking. Whew. Okay, I need more elaboration.
right?
All I have now is a tweet from Deepa that says appeal has been allowed. I need more details.
James Dolman said knew the U.S. government has won its appeal over the decision of the U.K. courts not to extradite Julian Assange on charges of espionage. More to follow.
Yeah. I have no idea what the fuck that means.
Yeah,
I don't either.
what's
Kevin
next?
Gistola has Hyrule makes clear the appeal was limited to the issue of whether the district judge was wrong to find Mr. Assange's decision was such that it would be oppressive to extradite him.
I don't know
So-
who this person is, but this person said the court allows the appeal. U.S. wins Assange appeal. Berater ought to have allowed the U.S. to apply assurances in advance. Assurances respond to her findings. Bad loss for Assange.
So what this means, they now get to go back and re-litigate the appeal on every single point, right? Or no, just
Or is he
No, they
being-
already did. Didn't they already do that?
no, because they had a limited appeal because they could only appeal.
But then the judge ruled that they were allowed to appeal on all 5 points.
Just now.
No, that was before.
Yeah, this is
This was
probably
the
gonna push
appeal.
it back into either evidentiary hearing or up to the whatever their high court.
Assange can now appeal again, I think.
Yeah.
Well, Assange's legal team can appeal everything now.
Yeah, with the cross appeal.
Kopelman's decision to not disclose. No, never mind. That's old. Assurances have been accepted. See the 5th of February note. Exclude SAMs and imprisonment at ADX Florence or pre or post trial, except in case of future act. U.S. will consent to application by Assange to be transferred to Australia to serve sentence, appropriate treatment in prison. Fuck off with your assurances.
From Juan Passarelli, the judge describes assurances as responding to the district judge's findings. The court is satisfied that the assurances will not be held under special administrative measures or in ADX Florence, that the U.S. will consent to an application to be transferred to Australia, and that he will receive psychiatric medical care he requires. Y'all don't understand prisons. Y'all don't understand
I
fucking
know.
prisons. You fucking donuts.
Medhurst said breaking the high court is satisfied with the diplomatic assurances provided by the U.S. that Assange won't be placed at ADX or under SAMS both pre-trial or after. Y'all know that he doesn't have to be in ADX to be tortured, right? Like, that's not the only place he can go to be tortured.
X is being tortured in fucking Santa Rita jail, and you think like
they're just going.
They can place him in a CMU. Just because he's not under SAMS doesn't mean he can't be in a CMU like Daniel Hale.
Yeah,
Same fucking thing.
This is very, very clever fucking.
Yes, that's exactly what this is.
All it is fucking. Here, I'm gonna get rid of the background for a minute. All they're doing is changing out CMU for SAM. All they're doing is changing out ADX Florence for MDC Manhattan. All they're doing is playing a game with fucking acronyms.
It's semantics. It's ridiculous.
A couple more stuff from Deepa after the assurances. Court rejected criticisms of assurances. Case will go to Westminster magistrates who will send it on to Secretary of State for further decision. Appeals on grounds 1, 3, and 4. Appeal on grounds 2 and 5 allowed. Order discharging respondent is quashed.
James Dolman says, judge orders that the case be sent to Westminster magistrates with the direction that the district judge send it to UK Home Secretary for a final decision on extradition.
Oh my
Great. So that means ultimately it's going to be up to Priti Patel for this.
I don't know.
God.
Can we get a Brit in here?
Where's
I can
that? Do you guys
call Gordon. You
get
want me to
the
call
no?
Gordon real
Hold
quick?
on. There's the consortium news.
No, he'll be down there with the camera. He'll be impossible to get a hold of.
I have the consortium news, the chart that they made.
Yeah. Okay.
Hold on, let me find it.
I'm gonna
In my
see
piles
what
and piles of stuff.
What Medhurst is saying, because he normally has a good fucking description. Oh my god, I'm gonna be
Jack,
sick.
can you please stop? I'm not in the mood right now, sister. Sorry, I have piles of stuff I have to dig through for this.
Yeah,
It's so
Consortium
unorganized.
News just dropped out an article saying they were sending it back to a lower court.
Okay, so yeah, which is honestly the worst of the two possible outcomes.
Yeah.
You send it, if you kick it to the UK Supreme Court, you've got judges who already climbed the ladder and don't have to earn political favor and can actually look at a case a little bit better, as opposed to magistrates court where you've got newer judges who are trying to make a name for themselves.
Did that come up, you guys?
Yeah, I'm. Oh,
So this is where we are right now. So appeal decision on the U.S. points. So they accepted the arguments of the U.S. overturns the first instance decision to not extradite. So the case goes back to be judged in front of the magistrate's court with a different judge. So that's where we're at now.
well, and
Yep.
they said it would also be left up to the UK Home Secretary, or the UK's version of the Secretary of State.
Yeah, that's what I think it was Medhurst just, or who was that? Somebody. Oh, my head hurts.
Right.
Yeah, and so that means it's fucking Priti Patel's baby now.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
So that means that's who I need to start talking to.
Yep.
Okay.
So, and real quick, out of because it seems like Declassified UK saw this coming, because an hour ago they published this article. So I'm gonna pull that up here real quick. We're up.
Oh dear fucking god.
Yep. Largely unnoticed and unreported consultation paper on changes to Britain's Official Secrets Act drawn up by Home Office shows the government is prepping far-reaching threats to the media and the public's right to know. By the way, this is going to be as good a way as any to sort of like tease Sunday's show with Vanessa Beeley, because she got detained for hours at Heathrow Airport last week as a result of this. She's like the test subject of this for a journalist who isn't currently being tortured in Belmarsh prison. Julian
No, Hamza, shut the fuck up. That's not what happened.
What's wrong?
Yeah, no, Hamza,
No.
that's not correct. Yeah, no. Yeah, Hamza, you're full of all kinds of misinformation in the last 12 hours, man. Oh, yeah, no, they kicked out the people out in front of the court for COVID.
No, well, I know they didn't, because Deep has been there damn near all night waiting in line.
Right. So this is what the changes to Priti Patel. This is what Priti Patel is put forward by the woman who is now in charge of Julian Assange's fate. Abandon the existing distinction between spying and leaking, and between leakers, whistleblowers, and journalists. Both primary and onward disclosures have the potential to cause equal amounts of harm. It was the most fucking Orwellian shit. So when Bealey sent me a copy of this, or sent me the PDF of this thing, it's fucking horrific. Journalists and others publishing information the government claims damages national security face the prospect of 14 years in jail rather than the current maximum of 2 years. Let's see. Come on. Where's the thing with the Assange case? It's got to be in here. No, it's not. Okay. Whoa. Sorry, dude. Yeah. Great. Hooray.
I mean, I ain't that surprised.
I mean, I'm not surprised at the outcome. I'm more disappointed that it got kicked back down to the lower court. I feel like
Well, that just gives them more time to torture him, right?
Yeah,
That just
that's
lets
the
him
point.
sit in a UK prison even fucking longer, right? Like we're going into winter. It's December. Last winter, they refused him warm clothes. They turned the heat off in his cell. They
Yes.
moved 60-some sick people into his wing of the fucking prison, right? So what the fuck's going to happen this winter? Is he going to have to insulate his fucking windows with books again while he's a little bit outside of downtown London? He's like fucking 20 minutes away. This is a world-renowned publisher that they're probably going to turn the heat off on again.
That's the point, Andrew. That's why they keep kicking this down the road. That's the point. The process is the punishment. We've been saying that all along. That's why we need mass public pressure. They're not going to do the right thing unless we make it politically untenable for them to not do the right thing. You know what I'm saying?
You got to give Sleepy a hug for me at some point, Steve.
Me too.
Me 3.
3 hugs for Sleepy.
Right?
or Jones could just come up here. You guys can come visit.
She's
I mean,
busy, dude. She's got school going on.
she's got finals this week. It's fucking Friday, Mindy.
Oh my God. What was I gonna say? January 11th. We're gonna be in
January
San Jose,
11th, San
Florida.
Jose, California, outside the Robert H. Peckham Federal Building, 100 South 1st Street, 9 o'clock in the morning. We will be in front of the building on behalf of Commander X, and apparently yet still Julian Assange. Still fucking doing this.
Still. God damn it. 2.5 years later, we're still doing this shit.
You guys, so yesterday, and we tried to have it ready. The YouTube has been really throttling their download speeds. It was taking like the better part of a full calendar half day, 12 hours or more to download shit. But we were going through some of the early morning streams. Oh man, back from September. That's good stuff. Wait, you have a white supremacist dog too?
Yeah, it's a mastiff. It's a purebred little mastiff.
And a purebred.
And a purebred.
Jesus, Andrew.
I almost got to do Facts on the Ground live with Misty when I went to pick her up. Or Bitch live with Misty. But it was like an hour.
Yeah, you don't get to do a show called Bitch while you're picking up your sweet little puppy. That's not how that works.
No, I know. It didn't work out.
Yeah. No.
Oh. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. I can't say. I don't want to say on YouTube.
I know.
Hold my tongue. Gonna be nice.
Why?
Gonna
Why?
be zen.
Wait, hang on. Why are we holding our tongues at this point?
Because what I want to say really should be said on Twitter. I mean, on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube's being really fucking stupid.
Oh, we got our first copyright strike on A4A ever.
Strike or claim?
Claim, sorry.
Okay, then that's no big deal.
Yeah,
Fox got its first medical misinformation bullshit.
That just means you can't monetize a video that wasn't going to be monetized.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I'm going to be sick, you guys. My stomach is a knot.
Mine too. Oh my god. Now it's all in the hands of a fucking imperialist.
Like, how the fuck?
It's always been in the hands of imperialist glory. It's always been in the hands.
Bro.
Always.
Bro,
this isn't anything new.
Human Rights Day. Like, that's the shit that, like, they couldn't have done it on Monday
Time
or
out.
yesterday.
Time
Like,
out.
they
Time
had
out.
to make
Hey,
sure
Hamza.
that we know.
Hamza, take your nose out of Taylor's ass for 10 seconds and fucking listen. What the court's decision means is that they agreed with the prosecution, the United States, that the U.S., that Vanessa Baretzer did not rule correctly when she struck down the two provisions of that appeal. The court has granted all of the provisions of the appeal, but because they had to go through this dance, it's getting kicked back to the magistrate's court, where this process starts all over again. Okay? Now, I granted that takes more than 240 characters, and I am not blonde with tiny tits, but this is the accurate information. Hopefully that clears some shit up.
It's Human Rights Day, you guys. It's Human Rights Day. Happy Human Rights
Human
Day.
Rights Day. We get to watch a bunch of fucking. Oh, we get to watch.
Yes,
a bunch
bad
of
Manolite.
cunts posture
The
about how
magistrate-
great they are in their stupid ass fucking hypocritical fucking democracy, like the fucking cunts they are. Great, amazing. Whew.
Christopher Dobby, no, he does not get shipped now. He goes directly back to Belmarsh prison.
Was he in court today? Was he live in court, or was it a video link?
I don't think he was there.
We got to find a darker word than miscarriage for what's going on.
Abortion.
Nah, I mean, like, wait, like, fucking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get some more coffee, boys and girls. I have the opening remarks from Antony Blinken the other day. If you
Fuck
wanted
Antony Blinken and his
if you feel like taking a spike baseball,
Fuck him.
buddy,
Fuck
that's
him.
a great thing to tee off.
I want to take more than a fucking spiked baseball.
By the way, okay, if you would like some levity too, I do have a clip of Hillary Clinton crying while reading her own
thank you
speech from 2016.
I know it has nothing to do with Assange though, and
I'm just saying for you know, yeah.
Oh my god. Fuck's sake. Oh my god.
You're witnessing a slow motion execution, ladies and gentlemen. This is murder in real time, slow motion. That's what's happening. They're murdering a journalist slowly.
For everybody to see that we should watch.
Yeah, and most people are just watching, not doing a damn thing.
Yeah, those that are watching can't do much about it except, raise our voices and try to will this another way. And then the ones that aren't watching just aren't watching. So.
Well, and then there are people who are watching and who think that we can if we're just really nice to politicians, surely they'll come around. No, that's not how that works.
And to be fair, we tried that
We did. We sure did.
Yeah.
We sure did. I was very nice.
We did it for fucking almost 18 months to 2 years. Like,
yeah.
Like, the time has passed for people to come around on the issue. You either
Yeah.
get like shamed or are on our side. There's no middle
We're well
ground
past
on
the
this
point of
anymore.
being nice. A
Right.
man is dying. He's being like brutally tortured to death. The
Right.
time has
Anyone
well
who wants
passed.
someone to walk up nice and be like, please, sir,
Pretty
please
please.
let him go.
Pretty
He's
please.
just a little journalist. Like, no.
Please, sir, give us some freedom, will you, sir? Fuck no!
No, not doing it. Sorry. If
This
you want to
shit's a
go and kiss
fight.
the asses of politicians, do you, boo boo? It's not my style. Not into
Well,
it.
and then there's people who think that Australia should have him back, that he should be repatriated, and then he can go and he can live in a camp.
It's a pretty good
Round him up.
accent. Poikinen. It's pretty good.
I've been practicing up.
It's much better than it used to be.
Still terrible.
It is pretty terrible still, but it is better. It is getting
It's
better.
better than yours, motherfucker.
I don't even do it. Mine's terrible. I'm not even
I
going to try.
can't
You're
do
going to be like, I think
accents.
you're a gay British guy. Like, that's fucked up.
I can't do accents.
Right.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, good point, Ian. Lord Chief Justice Ian Burnett was part of the labor scandal cover-up and protected Deutsche Bank, from what I've seen. Yeah, no, he's a little fucking
they're all
cunt.
corrupt as
man,
fuck,
look,
you guys. All of them to the core.
Pretty Patel is a greaseball going way back.
Mm-hmm.
Like
They
Yeah,
all
they're-
are. That's how they got to these positions, by being greaseballs. That's how you get to those positions of power, by being an absolute cunt muffin.
Fucking cunt.
why isn't Lubers in here right now?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Want me to send him the link, or we could all
Yeah.
just send him the link?
I don't have Discord or Wire on this desktop.
All right.
I guess I can.
I only got Twitter on this. An element.
Oh God.
You know,
Craig Murray's free.
Yeah,
Greg
that's
Murray
true. Greg Murray's free.
Craig Murray's out of fucks to give to. Look, I know that there's a lot of like dejection, people bummed out, people feel like they got kicked in the gut and shit, and I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't feel dejected. I'm
angry. I'm angry.
Yeah, okay, well, like that's that's good.
It'll get channeled into something. You know
Yeah.
me? It'll get channeled into something.
Yeah, there's going to be some. I'm going to have to do some tweet storming at some punk ass politicians today. Send some emails, make some phone calls. Just another day. It's the same shit I do every day.
I'm angry. It's just that I don't want to like raise my voice too much because
I know. I'm trying to maintain.
this can be channeled into something good.
Yeah.
Be prepared for this sort of outcome. Like,
Yeah, we all knew it was coming.
you know what sucks though is like part of me almost like, and this isn't like in some sadistic sort of way, like hoping for the worst, but part of me thought that like, hey, if Julian did end up getting extradited, like it would light a bigger fire than ever under all of our ass. Like, I don't know.
I mean, they're not going to allow any reporters, nothing in there.
So, yeah, no, an actual ruling for extradition would be favorable at this point. It would at least make the next like years of my life easier because I would move to fucking Virginia and go on a fucking 24-hour-a-day jury nullification campaign.
Oh yeah. No, like,
I mean,
like, listen, that's not to say that like Team London isn't doing their damnness out there to make
my
shit
God,
happen.
they're
but
amazing.
like, I mean, like if he were like, here, it would like light a whole new fire under all of our butts. So it's like.
The problem with him being here, though, I mean, in London, it's like a much smaller like that's what's hard about getting people to protest in the States. It's such a huge fucking country. You can't get everybody into one location. It's hard. It's difficult for people to travel.
Because he's not like physically there.
Right.
It's like you have to mobilize around specific dates.
Mm-hmm.
Because listen, we could just do a random Assange protest every week, but like, in America, like that's harder to do. Like, it's harder to mobilize people for a weekly Assange event when there's like a fairly like lulled point in the case, as it's like a perceived lull in the case to a lot of people who would otherwise be interested. Because like I talk on the ground with all these anti-mandate people that are like, pretty supportive of Julian, and they just completely lost track of him.
Yeah, that happens. I hear that a lot. Yeah, I totally support Julian Assange. What's going on with this case? I haven't heard anything.
Oh, hey, how's he doing?
Yeah. How's he doing?
Like he's your fucking cousin.
Hey, how's your Aunt Sally?
All us white folk, we just talk like that.
Yeah.
They let me call Belmarsh. Yeah. I fucking Christopher Dobby, thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, it was more South African. I was having a conversation with somebody about how the South African accent is the most evil and worst and obnoxious accent on the planet. Like, there's nothing like more. I don't know, dude. Nothing to me sounds more evil than the South African accent, just because it's pure colonization.
I know. I was about to say like apartheid.
Generational apartheid stuffed into a voice is the South African accent.
Poor South Africans in the chat.
Word.
And someone agreed with him too.
Stella's apparently already spoken. She says it's a grave miscarriage of justice. Is that?
Yeah.
Do we have her speech? Does anybody have her speech? Did she give a speech?
I'll see if I can find
it. It looks like they're still setting up the mics over there.
Okay, maybe somebody just asked her as she was coming out or something. Because Courage Foundation.
I just saw John Rees walk up, tap the mics, and then walk away.
Okay.
John Rees. I want to say I always want to say John Rees Davies, and it's not.
I know.
John
I know.
Rees.
I do too. I'm glad I'm not the only one that does that.
Coño su puta madre. Oh my God.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Yeah, I'm fucking pissed, you guys. I'm so
what are
mad.
you doing to celebrate Human Rights Day today, Corey?
Oh my God.
Gloria, you want to tag team tweet some people today?
I don't even know if I can.
I know. Like, I may need to take some time to because I'm going to be mean, but I don't want to be over the top.
I have to work in 4 hours, then afterwards.
I know.
I have to work on or I should work on papers. And if not, I'm going to be sleeping, catching up on just the emotional exhaustion of this night.
Kathy Vogan has the ruling.
Like the transcript and shit?
Yeah. Okay, let's pull that up.
My computer's being super fucking slow. Okay, here we go. All right. Let me get back on. I have too many tabs open. Let's see. That's not what I want. That's what I want. Okay, here we go. Okay, so blah blah blah. This is the judgment of the court to which we have both contributed. Following an extradition hearing that lasted many weeks before District Judge Baritzer, the judge on 4 January 2021. She discharged Julian Assange, whose extradition is sought by the United States of America. She was satisfied that his mental condition is such that it would be oppressive to extradite him. This is a test laid down by Section 91.
First caveat, she didn't fucking discharge him. She denied him bail, so he was still stuck in Belmarsh to begin with.
No. On January 4th,
She did.
Discharge. She read out his order for discharge.
Again, that's one of those slippery.
It's propaganda.
Yeah.
And then immediately afterwards, the president of Mexico came out and said, "We will offer Julian Assange asylum." And then the court said, "Hey, wait a minute. If that happens, then he can just go there." And
which all seemed very coordinated to me, frankly.
Hell. Yeah, the same summer that Commander X got extradited to, se come mierda, AMLO. Fuck you.
Now I know why Nat hates him so much.
Yeah.
I was like, after the shit with like I thought it was sus after that, but then the shit with X happened, and I'm like, yeah.
Well, and the shit with X happening just a week after Kamala Harris was there. Emmy's on the mic right now.
You want me to take this off screen so we can listen in?
Yeah.
Can you send me the link to that, Misty?
Yeah. I'll send you. There's like a cover page, and then there's the summary and the judgment. There's a link to both.
Oh, that was short.
I'm just gonna send it in a Twitter DM because that's what I have open right now, Andrew.
That's perfect.
Julian Assange did not reveal government secrets. He revealed corporate crimes. There's a difference. A crime is a crime. No matter who does it. Just because you're the government of your corporation, if you decide to stick toxic waste off the coast of Africa, that's a crime. CIA been recently reported doing pedophilia. You know what happened? The cases were ostracized, just like the Catholic Church. Julian Assange is the hero of this world. He's the litmus test for the future of our children. And we will not let you take him. You've got a fight on your hands. A serious fight. We will fight for Julian Assange. We are here for Julian, and we will fight till the end, till Julian is free and with his family, and I say clear and loud, we will fight till the end. And I ask everybody, we are the Australian embassy, from 3 to 5, every Saturday, we are Belmarsh prison, come along, Piccadilly as well, mobilizations. We need Julian needs us all. Years ago, the journalist called Gary Webb, he did the exact same thing. He revealed corporate CIA crimes. He never got the support of the community. Julian needs our support now.
I mean, props to him for tying Gary Webb to this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody in the Fox chat said, "What's so frustrating is that WikiLeaks have gone completely silent for an entire decade. Why can't they operate without Assange? Because they're spending all of their time, money, energy, and resources on saving Assange's life. That's why
they didn't go silent.
Yeah, they're not silent.
Rumor leaks happened like 2 years ago.
It's 2021, right? That would mean WikiLeaks hasn't published since 2011,
and they have.
That's erasing
a lot of shit.
Almost all
Vault
of
7.
Leaks. Yeah.
Vault 7, Hillary Clinton's emails, the DNC leaks.
The
They are not at full power, obviously, because they're spending a lot of time, money, energy, and resources on saving Julian Assange's life. That's why. So they've not gone completely silent. They're still taking you can still submit leaks to them. They have published
3 years. They put out fish rot in the OPCW leaks. The OPCW leaks, by the way.
And the financial and social ties of like nationalist, like a white supremacist organization all across Europe as well.
Yeah.
I forgot what the leak was called. The fucking
I can't
Spanish
remember. I
Ocean
can't remember
shit.
anything
I'm
right
I
now.
can't
sorry.
either.
I just remember combing through a bunch of Spanish pro-life posters.
The one fucking thing that I wish would happen in this case is that someone releases the videos of his court trials.
Yeah.
Because someone has to have them. And this may just be a personal thing to me, but there's
It
no
is.
reason why the 4 weeks in September aren't publicly viewable by everyone. Like, there's no reason why.
Well, there is a reason because they don't
there's
allow
totally a
cameras in courts.
The
That
reason
court.
is because the one person who would have done that would be in a cell in Belmarsh
Yeah.
because they absolutely had everybody's fucking IP address. They absolutely had everybody on fucking eyes who was on that video feed, and they were hoping somebody would be fucking dumb enough to try and put out that video so they could make an example of it. Praying that fucking happened.
Well, or so they could
Hey,
restrict,
the only way that
restrict
you
the,
The only way that you can make sure it happens is if everybody agrees to release the video going in. Everybody agrees to like share one fucking VPN or some shit like that and do it that way.
yeah.
But you would have to coordinate it, and everybody on board would have to be 100% willing to do a long time in prison as a result of it.
Yeah.
Well,
And
I
I
mean,
don't
not to
know,
mention,
I honestly don't
besides,
know the caliber of journalists we have right now. I don't know if you could get unanimous agreement on that.
No.
I bet you
well,
could
not
get
to
4 or
mention,
5.
besides making an example out of journalists, they could further restrict courtroom access for
Yes.
journalists.
And they
Yep.
would.
Oh, 100%.
I just look at the way, like, the Kyle Rittenhouse case played out.
No.
And how-
Well, that was,
No.
that was
Different.
theater,
for people to be
Andre.
hysterical.
That was theater. That
No, I
was
know that, but
intentional
this should
distraction.
be our theater. Like, we need to be orchestrating these.
well,
kinds-
that's
not
it's
us,
they
but-
have rules though against cameras in federal courts.
Yeah.
Which is a dumb fucking rule because that in federal courts is where most of the a majority of the most important cases go down that people need to be informed about. But it's one more way that they can do their bullshit behind closed doors.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, I want to like punch something. Honestly, this is like, remember in January when I like didn't talk because I wanted to fight people? That's how I feel right now. I want to fight people.
Oh, that's how I feel right now too.
Yeah. I really just want to fight. Like people, I should maybe not be on Twitter today.
Oh no,
I'm gonna fuck some people up.
I just like the guy in the anonymous mask holding the sign that says that WikiLeaks a day keeps the tyrants at bay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it.
Like right smack dab in the middle. Like, I love that.
Oh yeah, okay, I see it.
Yeah.
I love that. I want that sign.
So we have a question in the MCSC chat. Is this going on now? Just for a quick recap. One of the judges, I believe Burnell, didn't even show up in court.
Burnett.
Yeah, Burnett. Justice Hyrule, who I believe
This
was
is
Holyroyd.
He's absolutely an Assange
Okay.
vigil. It is. Okay, so back in September, someone named Clam Dubins fucking got
No, is that what he used to call her, Dubins? Because he did. There was
we
it
listened
Dubins?
to all this shit
Dubins.
yesterday, dude, for like hours. You fucking like 7.5 hours of Andrew mispronouncing names. Hilarious. So here's what they went to court. They went to court today. There were supposed to be 2 judges, Holyroyd and Burnett. Burnett didn't even show. They were there for all of 6 minutes. They read out a statement. The statement said that they were agreeing with the United States on the 2 points of the appeal that they had contested. The end result of this is that the entire case gets kicked back to magistrate's court, district court, and they're going to have to relitigate the entire fucking appeal all over again with a different district judge, maybe. it is also conceivable. Well, no, because Baretzer got appointed, but it would have theoretically been possible had Baretzer not been promoted that she would have got the case again. In fact, it could fall to the judge who replaced her. But they're going to push that out because, again, the process is the punishment. And Ray McGovern had made the point a while back that in the 2010 Stratfor email where it says, keep them moving from place to place for the next 20 years. Well, place to place and courtroom to courtroom are effectively the same thing if you can keep Julian Assange off the playing field. The person who said, I haven't seen WikiLeaks in a decade, albeit incorrect and very naive statement. In the last couple of years, yeah, that's more or less valid. It is. And the reason for that is because Julian Assange is in Belmarsh. One of the reasons that we've been able to get this far down in the fucking lockdown bullshit is because there's no WikiLeaks.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, 100%. And to add further to the reasoning as to why the appeal was granted, I mean, essentially because extradition was denied in part based off the fact that the U.S. prison system, specifically special administrative measures and the ADX Florence facility, would be completely shite for Assange and his mental and physical health. Extradition was denied in part because those facilities were shit, and I'm paraphrasing here, of course. So fast forward to the appeal, essentially what the U.S. did was give diplomatic assurances that he wouldn't be put in special administrative measures or ADX Florence, and because of that, the assurances were taken seriously enough, and they're basically saying that Assange has no fear of being tortured in a U.S. prison, which is completely false because you don't need to be in SAMS or ADX Florence to get tortured.
Like the entire prison system is essentially torture, y'all.
Yeah, I mean,
come on.
We hear it from Commander X all the time. Like, thank God he's being so outspoken about jail conditions in Santa Rita. Like, they're shite, and that's not SAMS. That's not ADX Florence. That's not a federal prison. That's that's Alameda County Jail.
Yes, and not to mention the assurances of the people who were just exposed for having plans to kidnap, murder. That your assurances mean precisely dick. They've already given themselves loopholes out of those assurances. Like if they decide later on that he's done something that they don't approve of, that they can go back on their assurances.
I don't know if I'm allowed to show that, but yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Peaceful protest outside of Merrick Garland's house is taking place tomorrow. If you're anywhere near there, please show up.
I wish I could go. Maybe I can. I'm pretty pissed off. I might have to.
It's a good thing I can't go. It's a good thing I can't go.
There's a handful of people. This is the event that Paul has actually been organizing for.
It's such a hard time of the year.
Yeah, but I think Daniel's doing like an actual protest. Paul.
Yeah. This is I think the first large group event. It's more than just. There's Daniel and a couple other people that I don't want to like drop names of people who are going.
Right.
But just a handful of people that are actually going outside there this time. So it should be.
I don't let him sleep.
1 to 2 person vigil that they've been putting out. And shout out to Kendra for going out there like 2 weeks ago because she was out there.
Keep him up all night.
What, Glory? I couldn't hear you.
Give him hell. Sorry.
Hey, spray chalk is actually.
I call him a cunt. I don't want y'all to get hurt, but like for real, like we should be raising hell. Like
yes.
If they won't let us dream, then we shouldn't let them sleep. Because right now they're not letting us sleep.
Yeah. I'm tired of losing sleep over this shit, fam.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Like, I don't even know if y'all would be like waking up, you know, like his family or whatever, but I don't even give a fuck. I'm sorry. I'm so... Oh, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna stop talking.
I'm so angry. I'm so fucking angry. Nat just tweeted at me that she's like she can't stop crying. I haven't reached the crying stage. I'm mostly just pissed right now.
It is like, like there's just so much, like there's so many things like swirling inside me right now at once that like I
Yeah.
can't even properly vocalize it without making myself sound like completely unhinged. So I'm just like keeping it to myself.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
It's not really like you know, I
can't even
cry.
process right now.
Yeah, I could cry, but I can't.
I hate crying on camera too, so that's
in all likelihood, Ian, because it's getting kicked back to the district court, the legal team will be able to address both the mental health portion of the appeal and all of the legal points that Baretzer agreed with. This is something that we talked about back in
January.
God, I want to say no, it was the last time there was a high court decision.
When
the
they
last
approved
time there
the
was
appeal.
Oh my!
Yeah.
All this shit blurs together.
Yeah. There was the possibility back in I want to say like June maybe or July when this happened the first time, and they met for this to determine whether or not they were going to go forward with this part that we just went through. But one of the outcomes was that it would just go right back down to district court, and then they would retry the whole fucking thing, which opens the door to introduce Siggy's redacted or retracted testimony. It it opens the door to introduce all of Declassified UK's reporting on the Guardian's fabricated stories, so much of which have Luke Harding's name on them, which accounts for about a third of the prosecution's case against Julian Assange. So right there, boom, with Siggy's testimony being recanted and with all of the articles that have come out debunking everything that Luke Harding has put out about Julian Assange, we basically eliminated 2/3 of the reason to the justification or, you know, any sort of legal standing for them to extradite him. But this isn't, the rule of law has never applied here. That's the fucking problem. There's not a single legal precedent for the case. They're making this shit up as they go. And they've got fucking the difference between Priti Patel and Kamala Harris is an address. That's it. Like, it's the same fucking demon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Consortium News did a live piece the other day where they had a Australian lawyer and a UK lawyer on to discuss, or a US lawyer and an Australian lawyer to discuss just what the fuck was happening. And one of the crazy things is the idea of dual criminality. The idea that the law that they're saying they would prosecute him under in the US versus the law that they are using in the UK. To be able to extradite, there has to be a similar or samely worded law to allow that. And Stella's coming on right now. But
yeah, they're going to appeal at the earliest possible moment, Stella just said. This might be where I cry.
Okay, thanks very much. Thanks very much to all supporters for coming down here. Thanks to the press for turning up. We've got a couple of people in the court this morning to say a few words to you. And now, I'll just say one thing about this court decision, and it's this. That there are two absolutely, unchallengeably true facts about British politics. There are two absolutely unchallengeably true facts about British politics at the moment.
Andrew, mute. Is it
That
you?
was a party in Downing Street on the 18th of December, and the other is that you can't accept the assurances of the United States government in the case of Julian Assange, as the judges seem to have done today. But to tell you more about what's been happening, first of all, I'm going to ask Craig Murray, who's been following this case from the very beginning, to say a few words. Hey, Craig!
Thank you. Well, today's judgment was a partial victory in that the judge found that on the medical evidence and on the evidence of conditions in American jails, the magistrate had made the correct decision in refusing to extradite Julian Assange. However, they said, based purely on diplomatic assurances from the United States and a diplomatic note, that they accepted the word of the United States government as to the conditions in which Julian would be held. And they said that this is because they were solemn assurances from a state. Well, of course, these are solemn assurances from a state whose war crimes and murder of civilians were exposed by Julian Assange. You cannot accept these kinds of assurances from the government of the United States. And the government of the United States has broken precisely these kind of assurances in other legal cases for which there are a series of judgments at the European Court of Human Rights which were ignored by this court. So this is one stage in the legal battle which will go on. The other point, of course, is that so far these appeal hearings have only been on the subjects against which the United States government was appealing. The aspects of the original judgment against which the Assange team intend to appeal had yet to be heard. And those are freedom of speech. Those are the right not to be extradited on political motivation. Those are the fact that the extradition treaty with the United States specifically rules out political extradition. And we have the fact that Julian Assange is in prison for revealing to the world heinous war crimes, and that none of those who committed the war crimes is in jail. And that is still a position here today. Of course, we are slightly disappointed. It is very, very difficult to get a fair hearing from the justice system in the United Kingdom in anything which cuts across the perceived interest of the security state, be it the UK or the United States. But this is a stage in the struggle, and the legal battle and the political battle will continue. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Craig. And now Stella Morris, Julian Assange's fiancée and an extraordinary campaigner in her own right, is going to give you her impressions of what happened today in court. Stella.
Hi, everyone, and thank you for coming. I want to emphasize that the High Court accepted all the medical evidence and the conclusions of the magistrate that if Julian is extradited and placed under extreme conditions of isolation, it will drive him to take his own life, that extradition is oppressive. Yet the High Court decided against Julian on this occasion on the basis of political assurances, non-assurances that the US has given to the UK government. I say non-assurances. Amnesty International says non-assurances. Amnesty International has analyzed these assurances and have said that they are inherently unreliable. They incorporate the possibility of breaking those assurances in their very wording. Today, it's been almost a year since I stood outside court with our victory of the blocking of the extradition. For the past year, and the past year, 2 years and a half, Julian has remained in Belmarsh prison, and in fact, he has been detained since the 7th of December 2010 in one form or another, 11 years. For how long can this go on? Today is International Human Rights Day. What a shame, how cynical. To have this decision on this day, to have one of the foremost publisher, journalist of the past 50 years in a UK prison, accused of publishing the truth about war crimes, about CIA kill teams. And in fact, every time we have a hearing, we know more about the abusive nature, the criminal nature of this case. Julian exposed the crimes of CIA torturers, of CIA killers, and now we know that those CIA killers were planning to kill him too. How can these courts approve an extradition request under these conditions? How can they accept an extradition to the country that plotted to kill Julian, that plotted to kill a publisher because of what he published? This goes to the fundamentals of press freedom and of democracy. We will fight. Every generation has an epic fight to fight, and this is ours because Julian represents the fundamentals of what it means to live in a free society, of what it means to have press freedom, of what it means for journalists to do their jobs without being afraid of spending the rest of their lives in prison. The UK imprisons journalists. They're imprisoning Julian on behalf of a foreign power which is taking an abusive, vindictive prosecution against a journalist, and this is what it's about. I urge everyone to come together and fight for Julian. Julian represents all our liberties and all our rights. Thank you.
Well said, sir. Thanks very much. So let's be absolutely clear. So let's be clear. Thank you very much for coming. But this won't be the last time that we're outside a court of justice. The legal process is not exhausted. There will be another appeal. We will fight on. We will challenge the decision that the assurances of your kidnappers and would-be assassins are not worth the paper they're printed on. Fight goes on.
Julian's lawyers are intending to seek to appeal to the Supreme Court on this decision.
100%.
That is kind of breaking right there. That they are going to appeal to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, I said it earlier. Sky News said Julian Assange's fiance Stella Morris says they will be appealing at the quote earliest possible moment.
I caught that. Yeah. Good shit. I don't.
I wish I could hug you, Glory Jones.
I wish I could hug you too.
No, because that honestly doesn't mean shit, Ninja Shinobi. It doesn't. Sticking him in general population doesn't negate the isolation argument, because at any point he can be put into administrative segregation. You can say that's it's one of the things that they've pointed out the whole time. It's one of the things that's in that amnesty assessment that Stella Morris referred to. When they looked at the assurances, what they saw was the acronym game.
And
who even cares? He shouldn't even be in prison. He shouldn't even be in prison. I don't care what assurances they give. I don't care how they treat him in prison. He shouldn't be in prison in the first place. Sorry, now I'm getting really pissed off.
But even with the fucking assurances that aren't worth shit, part of it is they say if he violates national security, which could fucking mean anything. Yeah, if you look at the way that they've treated the people that have released this information, even like fucking Joshua Schultz, right? That's just one, not even proven that he even did it. The U.S. admitted that in court, lost in a hung jury, and then are relitigating it, keeping the man in special administrative measures. Daniel Hale right now is sitting in the communications management unit in Marion in Southern Illinois.
Which is basically special administrative measures, just under a different name.
Fucking pick, yeah, right? Like at least as far as I know, he got to pick where he was sent. So they were probably like, okay, Sam, CMU. And he's like, well, that one doesn't sound as scary because no one's ever heard of it before.
It's the same fucking thing.
Right.
They just dressed it up under a different name so that they could get away with the same bullshit.
And that was something that they said in court too, where like international law says it doesn't matter what you call solitary confinement and total isolation. It's solitary confinement and total isolation.
2 years ago, almost to the fucking day, almost to the day, you can probably go find it. Commander X was on a free Assange vigil before we went to the fucking DC in 2020. And he said, if I could, I would be camped out in front of Belmarsh today. I would tell everyone to occupy Belmarsh. That was 2 fucking years ago. 2 years ago. I don't have a fucking passport, or I would already be there. Like, I already fucking do, like, I'm not gonna go into do that. But I don't have any reason not to at this point. Like, whatever anybody was waiting for to get involved, it happened. It happened. I don't give a fuck what it was. It happened.
I mean, if anything should tell you about, like, the state that we're in, Commander X is in fucking jail now.
Harm reduction, baby.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, how many people are still in prison for fucking shit? For nothing.
Literally for nothing. No charges. Glory, my friend.
For nothing.
Aya
just
says she's
for
hugging
doing
us.
what's right.
Yeah. No. That's what pisses me off, is that he did nothing wrong. X did nothing wrong. They did nothing wrong. Craig Murray did nothing wrong.
Criminals are fucking free.
Yes, literally war criminals are like getting book deals and going on Ellen and getting MSNBC contracts, and Julian Assange is going to die in prison. He's going to die. He's going to die. They're killing him. He's going to die.
That's what they want.
I know that's what they want. That's why people need to get off their asses and get involved in this shit.
That's what this whole fucking carceral system is designed to do, is just punish people into submission forever. I mean, like, even if Julian doesn't kill himself right away, to say he doesn't become just like all the various political prisoners we've been fighting for all throughout these fucking years that have been in there for time longer than him.
I went to my first protest in 1992. It's almost 30 years ago now, for Mumia Abu Jamal, who is still incarcerated. Who, like, I have to get happy for when he gets a doctor visit. Or when he get, like, so I'm not fucking kidding.
No, I know. That's
Man.
I have to laugh
And,
or I'll cry more.
When I had the good fortune of meeting and spending time with Jeff Meckler, who's one of the organizers for Assange Defense. He put on the event at the Islamic Cultural Center in Oakland for the home run tour that I filmed, and he's been a part of the Free Mumia campaign since like day fucking one. And he told me, like, it was like, dude, this is the dumbest fucking work ever. I don't know why we do it. I don't. But he was like, but I can only imagine how much worse off it would be if there weren't idiots like us who took 5 seconds a day to give a shit. Maybe fucking 5 seconds from everybody else make a little bit of difference. I don't know.
I wish it was 5 seconds a day. Yeah, we're not asking anybody to make this like your number one cause. I get that there's a lot of shit going on. I get that everybody's got their own thing that they're passionate about, but we need help desperately. We need help. We need lots more people making lots more noise.
Coffee cooking.
Okay. I don't know how to make this clear, because now we go back into fucking however many weeks or months of stasis.
Yeah.
Right? Where people forget all about this shit again. And it's just fucking, you know, a handful of us that are still talking about it. And then when the next court date happens, we get to spend 2 weeks recapping the last 10 years of fucking torture again. And whatever new developments come out where, oh, hey, look, here's more information that international law was violated in this complete fucking shit show. Oh, look, here's another assassination plot discovered. Or, hey, it turns out that Mike Pompeo really was running the most criminal and paranoid CIA since Alan fucking Dulles. Maybe I don't fuck, like, it's gonna take fires. So that's what I know.
I mean, like, that, it's like me and Steve were saying, it'd almost be like better in a sense if Julian got extradited, because then something would happen instead of people just being lulled again.
Would something happen though? I'm not that
I don't
sure.
even know.
I'm not that sure. People seem very content to not give a shit.
They don't give a shit.
They don't
That's
give a shit.
true.
People don't give a shit. It's been really depressing to witness that people genuinely do not give a shit.
People have been so pre-programmed to not give a shit that you almost have to, like, psychologically unprogram them just to get them to fucking listen to the first 5 minutes of what you have to say about this shit. And not only that, but and I know we're on YouTube, so I'm going to be as careful as I possibly can. But we have a fucking planet under mass psychosis right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, as much as I want everybody watching and I think most everybody watching does, to feel the way that we do about this, as much as I want more people to be watching this or to be watching anybody's feed right now that's talking about this. You know, I'm fully fucking aware that the vast majority of the people that I'm going to encounter if I walk out the door are suffering under mass psychosis. Their brains are fucking broken. The last 5, almost 6 years have been a terror campaign on the entire fucking civilization. World civilization has been nonstop terrorized. And at the heart of it is the Assange case, is free speech, is the press, is people's ability to have access to accurate and verifiable information about what the people who are perpetrating the fucking terror in the first place are doing.
The truth. I mean, that's where peace starts. That's where liberation and education starts.
It's not
Well, the mass psychosis campaign didn't even start until after January or after March 2020, right? It was literally as we were driving home.
They were cranking it up
DC.
when we were getting ready to go to DC in February of 2020. Do you
Yeah.
remember? We were fucking talking about it. Like
Mhm.
right before we left. We were like, are we even going to be allowed to fly back?
Yeah,
Are they
we
shut
talked
down?
about the fact that we might not even be able to travel there. I remember that.
Yeah. That was up in the air. And then within 2 weeks after we got back, there was a travel ban in place and they were just shutting down airports and shit like that. Like it got hectic quick.
And it's because they proved their media hegemony, right? If they can go as far as to put a journalist in prison like Julian, and none of the other journalists make that big of a deal about it, they know that they have control.
Well, what they did first is they othered Julian. Let me
Yeah. Yes.
let me
They
do this.
dehumanized him.
Let me do this live. So a month or two ago, I did a show on this. There's a process for all of this, and we're living through it on multiple levels. Let's go through some of this, and I want to know from you guys where you think we're at. Come on, God damn it, do what I want you to do. Okay. I am really going out of the way to not introduce what I'm talking about.
You really are. Oh yeah.
I actually read this to the school board administrators at a school board meeting and
Good.
asked them, where do you think we are?
I think we're at a good number 4 for sure.
Really? Because I put us between 7 and 8.
Well, I don't know.
Depending
Do we
on
have?
who you are, we're already at, if you're in, let's say, Yemen, you're already at 10. Right?
Yeah, if you're in the
Yeah.
Northwest
Oh, yeah.
Territories, if you're in the Northwest Territories in Australia and you're black or brown, you're between 8 and 9.
Yeah.
If you're in Gaza, you're at a
10.
9 or a 10. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it's
I
both.
guess you're probably right. I don't know that we have yeah, I guess we kind of do. Yeah, I would say we're at a good 7 or 8.
In the
Yeah,
U.S., I'd say we're at a solid 7.
Yeah, we're getting to the 7 for sure.
We're
Actually, we kind of already there.
definitely
Gentrification
past
is
fucking
already
6. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yes, 6 is a for sure. I was kind of stuck on the 5. Like, do we have special groups to enforce the
Contact
boop
tracing.
boop stuff? Okay,
Contact
that's fair.
tracers, the FBI, the use of the Patriot Act.
Palantir.
Yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Even if 5 is dodgy,
and
I was
It's not
thinking
even-
strictly about boop boop stuff.
Yeah, well,
So
just in
as a-
I
general,
wasn't thinking broadly.
As
the
a
part
thought
of this that's
experiment.
left out is the commodification, right?
Yeah.
Because not only are they doing this in this fashion, but they're doing it and turning trillions of dollars in profit as they go.
All right.
That's
Well, I have to go get kids ready for school.
I have to make my office not smell like cigarettes before people show up to work.
First, I have to get myself together, and then I have to go get kids ready for school. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks, guys.
Wrapping up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Sleepy, do I need to turn off YouTube for either one, or will it shut down on its own?
Check it, but
Okay.
it should.
Okay. I figured that out all by myself, by the way. There's some positive.
Good stuff.
I did technology. Yes. I'm getting better, you guys. I told you. I promised I was going to get better. I'm getting better. Okay. I got to go. I got to go get kids ready. I got to go pack lunches and shit. I got to go mom,
Yep.
mom life calling. All right. Bye, guys. Love you.
See you guys later.
Dude. All right, guys. We love you. Fucking do not. I get it. I get it. I do. Shit sucks. You fucking tell somebody you love them. We'll see you soon, guys.
Love y'all.